Deep in the wooded realm of nature is the true bowman's paradise. From the hidden depths of sparkling shrines flow crystal streams of what it takes to keep a fish from drowning. No other sport could so inspire skilled hands in the novel use of quaint weapons. Methinks 'tis a fitting cove in which to ply an ancient calling, so angle round and pool your bet, ye toters of rod and line, for here's a yarn that'll bait your minds with memories of Isaac Walton. A whopping pail of fish that really tips the scale. And any dart that will turn that trick must have a string to it. A line that's wet and gathered in is loosely wound in loops around one's little finger. This makes for freedom when carried by the arrow from the bow. And what an arrow. Barbed like a young harpoon. But when it hits, it sticks and brings the bacon home. So up and at him, little man. If he gets it in the neck, call him Gil in honor of all his ancestors. This is a difficult shot because the water deflects the arrow. There he goes. You got him. Right across the forecastle. Tow the bilgy barge ashore. The fish seem to like Mr. Hill. He's got a great line, and they come right to him. Another dark, shadowy form is swimming by in the left. And as Mr. Hill puts his best bow forward, his aim is to strike up an acquaintance with the passing fin. He gets the go-by when, bingo, he stops him. Then nonchalantly begins to use his drag. Hill appears to take his time, but the slow-motion camera is responsible for his pensive attitude. He seems to be waiting for fish that never come in. Although the greeting is not mutual, there's a glad hand and a rousing welcome. Why, it's the kingfish himself, followed by the whole royal family. And this, dear children, is the buckskin bowman, the shooting star who hitched his wagon to an arrow load of fish.
Game fishing is at its finest here, right at the front door of this Capri of the Pacific. Giant marlin and huge sailfish in abundance. And now that the schooners drop anchor, our yachtsmen are eager. They waste no time in transferring to a smaller boat. One of these anglers has the conventional equipment, rod and reel. But the fellow over there on the right, what's he got? A bow and arrow. Big game fishing with a bow and arrow? Well, how do you like that? This I must see. And this hasn't happened since Sitting Bull bought his first chair. Well, we hope you make it, chum. Well, mister, how about that bow and arrow? If you can't catch him, well, maybe you can shoot him. Okay, chum. You asked for it, so, let's try it. Come on, let's... Hey, Chico, there's a marlin finning over there. Let's get him. Steady now. There. That got him, by golly, and he doesn't like it one bit. Right in the side, and he doesn't like it a bit. Hey, these marlin are tougher than sailfish, all right. Don't give 'em any slack, chum. 200 pounds of fighting mad fish with an arrow through its body is nothing to fool with. Look at that water fly, and look where that arrow hit. Right on his back. Oh, take it easy, men. Watch out for that bell. There. That's one in the boat. And score one for the bow and arrow fisherman. A beauty of a marlin. Now let's see what else we can find to shoot at. He's rearing around out there. You better give him another one before the sharks get here. That's it. That's another sailfish and a big one. And handle him and handle that bill with plenty of care, mates. Well, the boys must be a little weary. But they sure had fun. 3 fish landed, including the shark, and 2 of them on bow and arrow. Come on, gang, let's go back to the schooner and talk this over. But now we're going to let you in on a secret. The sharpshooter coming up the gangway there, the sharpshooter with the bow and arrow, is none other than Howard Hill, the world-famous archer. And Howard showed us how to do it, didn't he?
Unlike many sports, bow fishing calls for neither complicated instructions nor expensive equipment. All that is needed is a bow, a simple reel, about 20 yards of nylon line, and an arrow. The reel is taped to the bow either above or below the handle where the line can spin off easily and conveniently. Instead of wood arrows, solid glass shaft, menace of conservation, the crowding, multiplying, ever-hungry carp, lurking in the muddy shallows, pushing, nudging, stirring up the bottom with its vacuum cleaner mouth. The uninitiated might believe that hunting for carp possesses little thrill compared to the challenge of a hunt of a moose or deer. But, as the famous archer Art Young once expressed it, to a bowman, all game is big game. At first glance, spawning carp appear to be an easy mark. But it takes practice to shoot an arrow into a moving target underwater. The bowman must properly learn to gauge the difference in distance caused by refraction of light in the water. This bowman makes a difficult shot over a partially submerged log and is immediately fast to a furious bundle of supercharged energy. Bow fishing, like other forms of archery, is not limited to adults by any means. The youngsters derive just as much thrill from it. And as this young man shows, developed considerable skill in hitting these elusive targets. Action is what youngsters like, and action is certainly what they get when joining their elders on an expedition of this sort. Both because of the heavy fish which may be encountered, and because the line is brought in by hand, the nylon used tests about 60 to 70 pounds. There are records of carp in the Great Lakes of 90 to 100 pounds in weight. Anything over 30 pounds, however, in these waters is considered a very good catch. The solid hit. The thrilling run of the fish and the excitement of the ensuing battle are highlights in the memory of any bowman, large or small. Complete satisfaction is certainly mirrored in this youngster's face.